Hello, Internet, and welcome to Red Jenny. We're here to play at the Dragon Age TTRPG for the second/third to last time. Undetermined at this point. We'll see how today goes. Very excited to have you here for our quasi finale. We're going to get started here in a minute for introductions and go through all that stuff. But first, I'll talk about what we got to go on the channel currently. I believe the only other thing that we have right now, I say I believe, I'm the person that runs it. The only other game we have right now is on Saturdays. We play Blades in the Dark at 3 o'clock Eastern Time. Every Saturday. If you want to come join us for that, we will be back to that hopefully this coming week. Last week we played video game instead because Van wasn't feeling well, and I'm hoping that we go back to playing more King of the Castle because that was very fun. I would love to.
Yeah, I want to play with you guys.
Yeah, it was great.
It was very fun.
Yeah, maybe I'll try to get an off day going and we'll get some more people on for that, but join us for that on Saturdays. Otherwise, that's it. YouTube links, Discord, all this stuff is below our faces if you want to join us there. But yeah, I'll go ahead and turn things over to my lovely players here to talk about who they are, what they do on and off the channel, and who they are playing tonight, starting with Van.
That's me. I'm Van. You can find me on the internet at Van but Wilder. I don't really post on the internet. I mostly just post on the GGK account and hang out in the Discord. So come hang out with us. It's a fun place to be. And I stream on Twitch a couple of times a week here Monday nights, and on Saturday. I was thinking, I'm not streaming on LB's channel right now, so I have to like modify for that. And my brain was like,
two steps too far.
Yeah, my brain stroked out for a second, but that's okay. I stream here a couple of times a week, and sometimes over on Hack Recklessly. Right now, you should go over there on Sunday nights, though, because they're doing the Fallout game right now, and it's really fun. It's really fun and exciting. Yeah, that's about it. Tonight I'm playing Venehn, who is an elven marksman ranger, and Venehn came up with this would you rather all on his own. I had nothing to do with it.
Okay.
Would you rather, this is for your characters specifically, because I think I know how all of you as people would respond. Would you rather have X-ray vision, but it only works on people you do not find attractive, or everyone else has X-ray vision, but it only works on you?
I mean, I know how I would answer.
Venehn does not give a shit if people see him naked. In fact, he encourages this behavior.
I love it. I'm gonna think on this one.
The idea being they do have to like use it on purpose.
Yeah. But would they even know that they had it? Anyway, hi, I'm Christina Sid. You can find me on the internet, so Creek said. I'm also usually just in the Discord if I'm hanging out. Instead of trying to find my defunct social media accounts online, you could donate to a wonderful charity of your choosing, like my husband did for my birthday today. He donated a gajillion dollars to Planned Parenthood on my behalf. Not really, a lot.
I'm gonna put a birthday hat on you on stream.
Yeah, it's my birthday. Hi. But yeah, you could do that. You could donate to a really awesome cause because, as we all know, our world is falling apart.
Yep.
But enough about that for right now. Tonight I am playing Yasmera. She is our Kunari rogue shadow assassin. And surprisingly, I think Yaz would not want to have X-ray vision on unattractive individuals. Like, unless the X-ray vision could also like show what was in their pockets and stuff. If it's just like seeing them naked, then yeah, I think she would care less about people seeing her naked. Yeah. But caveat, if the X-ray vision included like seeing what people were carrying, then yes, that one.
I can see that. Yep. What's up, y'all? It's me, Wally, your favorite non-binary, my best friend on the internet. You can find me on the social medias at WALLE132, just like the cute little Disney robot, where you can follow about the things that I do, the things that I'm in, and the things that I enjoy. Tonight, I am playing Garas, the Grey Warden Elven Duelist Bard. Garrus would 100% go with everyone can see him naked because both of you'd assume that already half of Val Royale already hasn't seen him naked. So, yeah. Like, this is not a new thing for him.
Between him and Venehn, they've fucked their way through the whole city.
Yeah. And the thing is, funny thing is, half of those times wasn't because of fucking. Yeah.
The other half was pranks.
Yeah. That's me.
Hello, Internet. And hi, Mom. It's me. It's the Sita. Everybody say happy birthday to Sid. Happy birthday, Sid! You can find me at most places on the internet at Mr. Wilt. Check it out in the doobly-doo below because I spell things annoyingly. You can also find me at john.cita on Instagram where I post lovely pictures of food. I actually added one the other day. Go me. But tonight, you will be watching me perform as one Andros Philippe Bastille de Cartier, also known as Carter, the human arcane warrior and necromancer. And for Carter, I think due to like his spirit magic and like being able to sense people's emotions and stuff, I think Carter might have like some privacy issues. So I honestly think Carter wouldn't care as much about being able to see people naked. Like it might be able to use that in a social situation, like have some dirt on somebody that he could use verbally to wound them.
It would be perfect for people that have, that whole thing about having fear of public speaking and imagining the crowd naked. You wouldn't have to now,
Yeah.
but I don't know how much that would actually help. So, I don't know.
Well, I'm just imagining too, like big fights and some big powerful enemy that's really scary, and then now they're just naked, and you're like laughing at them in your head while you're kicking their butt.
And that leaves me. Hi, everyone. I'm Val. You find me the Kraken's Crown looking around the internet. I'm here in the places that I've already said, and that's pretty much it. I guess as I'm playing the
You can answer however
Forces
you want.
of Darkness today, the Archdemon, and also Val would have interpreted this question to not mean seeing people naked, but as literally being able to shoot X-rays out of their eyes. And that would kill someone slowly, but it would eventually kill someone. So I think that's what
How
the
long would that
Archdemon
take?
would pick.
A while.
I guess it depends on the
Prolonged
concentration.
radiation
Yeah,
exposure.
Keep going.
Yeah,
we'll
I don't
Google
know
it.
if like X-rays like can increase in intensity. I don't know much about science or X-rays in general.
So, like, if you were in a cubicle and you were just staring 8 hours a day directly
Yeah.
at your coworker that bothers the shit out of you, maybe that would
Yeah.
do it.
That would be it.
5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 8 hours a day.
New meaning to deadly stare.
Yeah.
Well, this just says, okay, that's radiation sickness. Total body exposure of 400 rads causes radiation sickness and death in half the individuals that are exposed without medical treatment. Everyone who receives. So it's more about the amount.
Okay.
If you receive more than that amount and you don't get treatment, you will die within 30 days.
Got it. So I just have to stare at somebody for a long time.
Well, it's about the amount.
Okay.
So it's
But the
how
amount would
bad-
accrue over
how
time.
bad
I mean,
you
I guess
lasted 'em.
it would accrue if you were constantly looking at them, and they would lose some over time if you weren't looking at them.
Exactly.
Yeah. So anyway,
How powerful are
that's
those eyeballs?
I guess we'll find out.
What
today.
those eyeballs do, dope.
Yeah, what those eyeballs do.
They look at people.
But yeah, so that's my answer. Are y'all ready to get started?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah!
Ready. We'll do a recap and just jump into it. I'll go and do some spooky music recap. Previously on Red Jenny, we had a party. That's where we, I believe, finished or started last session, was finishing the party from the prior session, involving Yasmera's parents being locked in a room together and lots of people kissing and drinking and all sorts of crazy stuff. Some final farewells to many of your beloved companions, and the plans to travel east towards Antiva for the final push against the Darkspawn. You rallied with the Warden forces, gathering in Cumberland and setting off by ship towards Antiva City, newly reclaimed by the Wardens, and the future seat of power for one Arlo, who reclaimed his throne, essentially returning to Antiva with the backing of Warden Commander Garahel, and considering the a rough situation that the Antivans are in, they had no choice but to accept their the validation of the Warden Commander, as well as some witnesses to the events, the murders of the Campania royal family. Arlo was put back into power and kept his promise to Garahel by promising the Antivan forces would aid in the battle at Onsley, where the Darkspawn now gather in preparation of this final confrontation. The forces of both the Wardens, the Orlesians, the Antivans, some of the baronies and noble houses of Ferelden, and out into oh my god, I just forgot the name of the area. I always forget the name of this area in Dragon Age. The Anderfells, all rallied under the Warden's banner, pledging support to varying amounts to ending this blight. Garahel gave an impassioned speech to the War Council gathered there, going over the battle plans for the fight to come, and the forces began preparing for this final push. So, where things currently stand is Garahel has asked for your aid in this battle, both as experts in your own crafts and friends of many of the most powerful people in Thedas right now.
We know a guy. Or
yeah,
10.
or several. You've been asked to aid to ensure that this war effort, that this final battle is successful, having outlined the strategies that the Wardens will use. The main force that the Wardens have gathered, confronting the Darkspawn in Milestone Town to the southwest of the city, while the Orlesians would attempt to besiege the main walls, the inner walls of Onsley, to take the catapults and trebuchets that are positioned there from the Darkspawn, and Asea would command the naval forces to draw the Wyvern Riders and the aerial forces of the Wardens or the Darkspawn's army away from the city for the main assault. So with those three prongs in place, is there any, I guess we can cut from Antiva to the push, the long march, or in the case of some of you who might be traveling to through by ship towards the harbor to participate in that assault, by sea towards Onsley, you have plenty of time to prepare yourselves if there's any conversations that any of you wish to have with one another before the battle begins. We talked before stream at kind of what planning, like who was going to be going where. Actually, maybe it'd be best to decide now, like on the eve before these forces all set out, y'all having this conversation amongst yourselves as to who's going to participate where in the battle.
All right. As much as all of you would love to hold my hand throughout this entire process. I feel it might be best that we split ourselves up and cover as much ground as we can.
Garas raises his hand.
Yes,
I did not know there was an offer to hold your hand.
there
and,
wasn't.
Okay. I would like to know if there was an offer for the affection from Yasmera. I'd like to, in case these do happen.
Stupid.
Carter takes Garrus's hand.
Thank you.
I take Carter's other hand.
Carter nods at Yasmera.
Garas holds Yasmira's hand.
I hold Yasmira's other hand.
We're all sitting in a circle.
Now we're in a circle.
Sitting in a circle.
Haha! I have finally got the team huddle I always wanted. I tricked you. You're all victims of my latest plan.
A couple of wardens like walk past and see all of you standing there with your arms in a circle. Thinks about saying something and then just continue.
Keep walking.
Oh wait, yeah, what the fuck is he gonna say? We're the only people who don't have to be here to fight this war right now.
Yeah.
You fuck off. You just keep your opinions to yourself. I could go home right now and let your ass die for me.
That would be an interesting ending to this.
Kevin.
Oh, just like, you know what?
Another
No, we
Kevin.
can't have another Kevin.
No, his name is Jason.
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 Well, I think
Jason the Grey Warden is really
I,
funny.
I, I think Yasmira. Perhaps I will head over to the town because it looks like they could use a lot of my help there. A lot of tall buildings, a lot of alleyways for darkspawn to hide in between. I'm the only person here who can detect darkspawn like that.
Oh yeah, you are the only one again.
Yes.
Asaya will be
Sound.
guiding the Griffin riders at the harbor, but perhaps she could use the ground forces could use some more reinforcement there.
I get seasick. There, I said it. I don't want anywhere near that harbor.
In a pinch, shout for me and I'll take to the sky.
I do feel I will probably be best used at the wall.
I think I'll also stay on the wall for now. Lots
And
of
you could
hidey
probably
holes.
you could probably travel pretty fast between the locations on that wyvern of yours anyway.
I had that same thought.
All right. If there's trouble, there is no shame in either calling for reinforcements or going where reinforcements are.
And no playing the hero.
I have no intent of dying here. I just got my life back for the second time.
Yeah, you had no intent of dying in that tower either.
I'll be careful then.
Thank you.
We've got another party to have when we get back.
Big
This
one.
is true.
I'll keep that at the forefront of your minds because I expect all of you to go the fuck to sleep now.
We have to go to sleep. I was going to stay up a little bit longer and you'll chat and chit chat and okay, fine, I'll go to sleep.
We should rest.
I will rest, but I have a couple of messages to send out first.
Whose cat is this?
Jason,
Jason,
come get your fucking
Jason,
cat.
is this yours? Small? Is this small, Jason? Oh, there she goes. If you pick her up, she just immediately climbs up on your shoulder. That's her panic response. Okay, now we're doing this now. Hello, Mittens.
Mm.
You don't look like a Mittens.
So you all head off to rest. You do still have, I mean, after leaving Antiva, it will be several days until you arrive in Onslaught. Carter,
Mm.
you want to send some messages?
Yeah, I have 2 dreams that I want to send out. It's actually one dream is just several copies of the same dream. I want to send a dream to. Sorry, I got my hands all over my camera here. To like everyone that we've ever come across and befriended, and I mean everyone. And I will spend tons of mana doing this. And then I have one other dream that I want to send to Reyes.
Okay. Okay.
What about the witch lady that gave us our prophecies?
Yes.
She probably knows, right? She probably knows what's going on.
Well, a courtesy
God, that
call doesn't hurt.
You know, that's right. We could, we could be polite.
No, this is all right. Carter doesn't know who the fuck she really is, so I think he'd probably include fucking Asha Bellinar in the plan. Okay. So the first dream, Carter's learned a lot from being chewed out for having too creepy of dream messages. So the first dream goes like this. Whoever they are, whether it's the Incatrix, the pirate captain, like any of the Carta, like any of these people that have befriended us, they're laying in bed and they wake up to a gentle knock at the door and the sound of my voice saying, "Hello? Please come out." And if they do go to the door and open it, it opens out into the front lawn of the Red Jenny, where we're having like an evening party. There's tents set up, lights. There's dozens of people all around, milling around, having a great time. And Carter will come up to him in like a loose jacket and breeches, like a comfortable evening wear clothing. And he'll come up and just immediately start saying, "The world is in a dark place right now. And there are forces across all of Thedas that are conspiring to remove your power, to make you feel such great fear that you give in to their capitalization of these moments. The fate of the world is at a tipping point right now, and what becomes of it is not yet written. But friendship, our friendship, is a force that will guide whatever that future is." And I'll pull out a wine-stained kerchief and hand it to the person and say, "Remember us. Remember the friends of Red Jenny. Know that you are a friend of Red Jenny. And wherever you go, you carry that friendship with you. If you ever need something, anything, you find one of us, you find someone else, you bring more people into this circle. Create love for the world with us." And then he will kiss them on the forehead and they wake up.
It started out at like an 8 out of 10 creepiness, and it got better. That's less people wake up screaming.
Well,
Nice.
get ready for the next one.
Okay.
So
You can be as creepy as
Reyes-
you want with Reyes.
Oh, yeah.
I want peak fucking creepy for Reyes.
So Reyes wakes up in a room that is unfamiliar to him, with none of his possessions around. And there is a terrible storm raging outside. The windows are rattling, in fact, shatters and breaks. Rain pouring in, thunder and lightning coming from outside. The door to this room blows open. And outside is the Plaza du Rose in a horrible storm. There is one oil lantern swinging wildly in the center of the plaza from ropes stretched across the plaza, so hanging centrally in the plaza, swinging back and forth. And it is so dark. The lights of the city are completely out. So the only light anywhere is this cone coming from the lantern that is swinging back and forth. In the center of the plaza is a small boy, shivering and frightened, with shoulder-length red hair. As the lantern swings past him and he fades out of light, and it swings past again, this boy is now a teenager with an armored knight beside him in the robes of an apprentice mage. As the light swings back again, he now wears his old clothes and the golden mask, and all of the rest of the friends of Red Jenny are behind him. As it swings back again, he is now dressed in gleaming armor with all of the Grey Wardens behind him. As it swings back again, his hair is now, his post-abomination, his body is partially deformed, and he's now staring directly at Reyes, the black rings around his eyes shifting and moving like ink in water. And as it swings back a final time, with Carter making direct eye contact with Reyes, Carter reaches out his hand, all movement stops. He smiles, starts to walk towards Reyes, and expunges the light. And that's it.
That was definitely towards the 8 or 9 out of 10 creepiness. I don't know if it's as creepy as Carter's face appearing in a hillside and talking to someone, but it's up there.
Well,
that.
let's go
It's like the
directly
Mummy
more
Returns.
threatening.
Yeah.
With the big face.
Yeah. Wherever you imagine Reyes might be, you actually did not sleep very well.
Can you make a little roll for a piddle check?
Yeah,
Savings throw versus urination.
I'll make one off screen, and
Okay.
you'll definitely notice he's wearing some new pants. So the next day, the friends of Red Jenny go their separate ways for the time being. Yasmera and Venehn heading off with the Orlesian cavalry towards that will be moving ahead of the bulk of the Warden forces. Garas marching in rank with the rest of the Wardens at Garahel's command, and Carter by Asaya's side as the Antivans and Wardens board the ships, the docks of Antiva City, preparing for their journey north towards Osle. The next days pass in tense focus as the forces prepare along the road for this assault. Many of the soldiers, sorry if it's a music issue. Many of the soldiers work attempting to keep spirits up, gambling, singing songs at the campfires each night, trying to keep the focus on what the soldiers, what the many combatants here are fighting for. After 3 days of long marches, the final day arrives. Journeying along the coast north of Antiva, rounding into the peninsula, and venturing south towards the city of Osle, which sits just at the eastern shores of, along the outskirts of Venehn. You see the city perched along the coast in the distance as a storm begins to roll in from the lapping shores, crashing against the coastline. The Rialta Bay seeming churning with anticipation for the battle that is to come, and the fate that it brings with it, for better or for worse, for all of Thetis. From the decks of the fleet commanded by Isaiah, the rocky waves, you can see the city looming ahead of you, darkened. The walls appear black and ominous. Fires begin to burn as the sun begins to set and the storm begins to blow in. You see these dark flames burning along the parapets of the walls and can make out distant shapes swarming like ants in a hive in preparation for your approach. A similar sight from those on foot. Garas standing in rank with the rest of the wardens as Garahel swoops down, surveying from the back of his griffin the situation in Ansley, preparing for this approach. Venehn and Yasmera further to the north in the woods, directly north of Aslay, where the cavalry has taken a long route to catch the Darkspawn on their flank along the walls. Lambert at the head, anxiously gripping his reins, preparing for this battle. All eyes towards the city. You see the Darkspawn beginning to prepare. You hear drums beginning to sound. Thum, thum, thum. Hear the screeching of creatures deep within the city walls that flood out through the gates, preparing for this battle. The city itself, the towns, the village that surrounds Aslay, ruined, burnt out hovels, streets littered with debris, corpses and otherwise. And then, as thunder begins to roll in, you hear another noise that seems to cut over everything else. A shriek that warbles into a terrible roar as climbing over the walls and perching atop it, a dark serpent, wings spreading out, almost eclipsing the western edge of the wall. The terrible barbed monstrosity, this mutated dragonkin. You see the archdemon rear its head back, craning upwards, and lets out another shriek, as if taunting the wardens to make their approach. Garahel, from his griffin back, alights on the ground in front of the wardens, looks back to his forces. You can see a focus in his eyes as he lowers his helm. No speeches to be given this day, not until victory is achieved. He gives a nod, reaches to his side, pulling out a horn, blows. All the wardens begin to clang on their armor in unison. And the final march begins to meet their Darkspawn foe. At the same time, you hear the horns from down in the harbor out towards the woods, echoing in unison from the scouts along the perimeter, carrying the cry of battle out to all the forces gathered as the first charge is made. And we're going to go ahead and move into our our mini game, our war game here. Let me go ahead and move to some. We're going to go with Death and Glory today.
I love Death and Glory.
All right. So, the Wardens marching towards Milestone, a sea of armored, stalwart figures charging down the hillside towards the city, where you can see the Darkspawn gathering at the edge of Milestone Town, not fully giving up their entrenchment here within the city streets, but some barricades erected, some Darkspawn with pikes preparing to attack as soon as the first Warden makes their approach. The cavalry, led by Lambert, thundering across the countryside towards the Palway, where the gates into Osley wait, hoping that you may catch the gates unprepared to breach their defenses or breach the siege. And finally, in the harbor, the ships, as they approach the harbors of Osley, you see alighting from the city as well. Wyverns similar to Venehn's, though corrupted and tainted by the Darkspawn, by the Blight, come screeching out from the city walls over the waves towards the ships, as you also watch Darkspawn lining the docks of the harbor, preparing arrows dipped in tar, setting them alight, preparing to fire on the ships. So we're going to get into our game here. We explained a little bit of how this worked at the end of the last stream, but we are going to go ahead, and if you don't remember exactly what I said, we're going to kind of walk through a little bit at the beginning as everybody's kind of getting their feet underneath them. But if you're not sure exactly how this works, check out the end of the last session, because we talked about it a lot there. So let's jump right into it. Right now, we have, as I said, Venehn. There are 3 points of battle. Venehn and Yasmera have chosen to start at the siege, trying to break the siege on the wall. Garas is engaging in the battle for Milestone Town with the bulk of the Darkspawn forces, and Carter is in the harbor with Isaiah and the Antivan forces there. I'm going to go ahead and roll to see which direction the Archdemon goes. And I'm going to go ahead and put the Archdemon on the map.
Oh boy.
All right. So I'm just going to roll D3 here. That is 1. The Archdemon, perched atop the walls, has the best vantage point to see the approaching or Legion forces preparing to break into the city to take the trebuchets that the Darkspawn are using to rain down debris and fire upon the Wardens, and moves in to attack to defend this position. All right, so we're going to start at the first front, the siege of the wall. So the focuses you can use here are strength, climbing, cunning, engineering, or dexterity, stealth. We have 2 players here, so would both of you like to make rolls in lieu of the Wardens?
Can I say one thing I would have done before we all split up?
Yes.
Because I have 3 wonderful friends who I assume are willing to let me poke around in their brains a little bit. I will connect with everybody as well as the Eye of Durthamen while we're all together to initiate a telepathic bond with 3 willing creatures that will last for a few hours within line of sight. So as long as I can see where you are, you can talk in my brain and I can talk in your brain.
I will allow that.
That's
you're
dope.
Even though it's been some time since you've seen them, I'll allow the connection that you have with them and knowing where they're on this battlefield. You're able to connect with the minds of.
How long has it been?
a few days at this point. But I will definitely allow for this battle because that's dope. So
dope
you
as fuck.
you connect with the minds. I also was thinking about it because you're on. What was your wyvern's name again?
I wrote it down. It is Revas.
Revas. Since you are on Revas and you have the ability to fly at great speeds, I will allow Venehn to move between any of the battle points.
Hey!
Dope.
So Venehn can go straight from 1 to 3. Go straight from the
As needed.
I hop on Revas and fly up above my friends, and then for the first time ever, much to their delight or abject horror, depending on which one they are, you hear Venehn in your brain. He doesn't tell a joke, though. He's very serious about it.
All
What
right.
would he even say?
I was about to, I was like waiting for
waiting
the
for the first
mind interruption.
I think there's no preface. Venon's just like that, doesn't even think about whether or not it's gonna be very disturbing, but I think just like takes to the sky off of a parapet, and then everybody just hears, "Don't go underground or anything, because as long as I can see you, we can talk."
Oh, this is so unnerving.
Are you a mage now?
Sorry, the cameras went awry. I got distracted.
No.
I guess you're going to have to survive to find out.
Huh. Carter
So,
starts
as-
doing the mental version of deleting his browsing history.
As you all contemplate the ramifications of Venehn being in your mind, Venehn and Yasmera approaching with the Orlesian cavalry, protecting a battering ram at the center of their ranks, as well as other anti-siege implements or siege implements that they have carried along with them. They move through across the farmlands into the outer city of Orlais, encountering some, just rolling over the small darkspawn resistance here. As they make towards the wall, you see that some of the trebuchets begin to turn in your direction, raining fire and debris down upon you as they approach the walls, shouting, commanding from Lambert to his forces as they go. So the darkspawn here, because the archdemon's presence, will be rolling with a plus 16 at this location. You need a 21 to succeed here. So we're going to go in and do the warden rolls first. So who wants to go first? And what are you rolling?
Stealth, baby!
Okay.
And I think, given that we do have the Archdemon here, I will go ahead and I'm gonna sacrifice 20 hit points to battle on the front lines. Thematically, that also seems appropriate, because maybe once we get tired, we'll go to the back line. But for right now, we're up in the thick.
That is fair. Okay. So you will be rolling. What is your modifier with the bonus?
With the bonus, would be the +3s. I have a +10 already to stealth. So this would be a +13.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Okay. All right. It's 9, 12. 12 plus the 13 is a 25.
25 succeeds. What'd you get on the dragon die?
I got a 4 on the dragon die.
All right, so it's 4 points towards the total. So, describe to me what Yasmera does as you approach the walls.
Okay. Demon Daddy is he on horseback? Is he flying around?
The archdemon?
Yeah.
That bitch is a dragon.
Yeah, definitely not on horseback.
Have we talked about what archdemons actually look like to people
No.
who
the
haven't played
archdemon
Dragon
is-
Age?
Oh, the archdemon is, you can see the image there, is a dragon, a corrupted, a blighted
old
old
dragon.
god The
Oh yeah, this ain't a guy.
This
It's a-
dragon form that has been corrupted by blight with these spines coming off of it. You see these rotted wings that extend out from its back. There's thing like typical dragon, 4 legs, 2 not a wyvern. As it's perched upon the walls. You see its head kind of craning down, these dark, like blood red eyes, almost glowing from within its skull. Yeah, you can see it has not necessarily made its move yet, but as the wardens are approaching, you see it begin to rear back and unloads this breath that ignites the air around it in greenish flame, setting houses and some of the initially approaching Orlesian cavalry ablaze as they approach the walls.
Okay. As this is stealth, it only makes sense that in the hubbub of the blowing green fire and the blood red eyes, I'm focusing on the blood red eyes because I would like for Yaz to just do like a hop, skip, jump, hiding, do some hardcore parkour around some now probably burning buildings. And to anyone who is nearby her, just whispers a nice, "Gird your loins," and I would like to shoot Demon Daddy in the eye, and he doesn't know where I came from.
All right, you roll around the corner and fire a shot up at the archdemon as you've snuck into position. You see just at the last second as it turns towards you, or like noticing some movement, the arrow hits. It just clips like the top of its brow. You see the demon rear back just.
Oh, now he's got a sick anime cheek scar.
Yeah. And as it looks down your direction, you see the darkspawn begin to focus down towards you, firing a volley of arrows, some of them catching you as you duck around the corner.
I mean, I gotta lose 20 hit points here,
yeah.
so yeah, I'm taking some fire.
Drawing some blood as you are trying to give some cover for the Orlesians as they approach. Venehn, what are you doing?
Oh, having a great time. So I would like to. Can I also do stealth?
Yes. Yeah.
Because, my reasoning being, I'm on a wyvern, which the Dragon Age TTRPG rulebook tells me is pronounced wyvern.
Okay.
They like wyvern, I guess. I don't
Fuck
like
the rulebook. I
that.
like wyvern.
Wyvern is better. It's got a Y right in it. But where adult wyverns can be close to or the size of dragons, they are agile stealth predators instead. So I'm gonna rocket up into whatever cloud cover there might be, and then that bitch ain't gonna see me coming.
Okay. So you're taking to the skies while the rest of your forces are on the ground, using the cover of the encroaching storm to approach your target, seeing the trebuchets lined up on the walls, prepared to fire. So yes, you can certainly make your roll. What modifier are you rolling with? Or what is your modifier?
My stealth is
I just meant what you adding to it. I was just curious. I assume you're not sacrificing your points.
Oh, no, sorry. I hadn't scrolled back up to that part. It's 20 points?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold off.
Okay, that's
for
fair.
now. I don't have as many hit points as everyone else. So I'm gonna hold off, but my stealth feels really good. In case you guys weren't aware of that fact.
Go ahead and make your roll.
And then, that's pretty good. $24.
Okay, it took a long time there.
The numbers are getting large.
24 succeeds. What you got on the dragon die?
4.
Okay, so there's another 4 points for your side here. At the siege.
Oh, I do get. Do we get stump points if we're? on these rolls?
So the only stunt
accrue
that's
them?
available is the special stunt at the
Okay.
bottom of the sheet that you
None of the
have.
other ones.
The Legends Arise stunt, and that is 6 stunt points. So
it.
only if you get a 6 do you get
Okay.
a stunt on a 6.
I don't have to worry about those. I don't have to worry about the wyvern ones.
So you are taking a step. What are you targeting with your wyvern? Like, are you going after the catapult, or the trebuchets, or are you trying to take out some of the darkspawn? What is?
I want to go after the trebuchets.
Okay.
I want to just start. I want to take this wyvern friend, and I want to let him loose and say fetch.
Okay.
And we're gonna take whatever they're throwing out of the trebuchets back to them. Oh wait. Yeah. It's like big. Is it big stones? What are they throwing?
Yeah, like
what, they
stone,
putting
I mean-
darkspawn in the trebuchets, and
No,
I don't want to give you ideas, but that's what I would do.
They are not that. You imagine they would do that if they were trying to get into the city. Right now, that doesn't really help them. No,
enough.
they are just loading the trebuchets with debris and rubble.
Okay.
From.
Swoop
city.
down and pick up the 2 strong back claws. Pick up a big rock. Just go up. And then they don't see us coming. And then all of a sudden, dive bomb.
Got it.
Drop the big rock back on the trebuchet.
You swoop down, grabbing some debris, taking back to the air. You see a couple darkspawn notice. They begin to fire arrows in your direction, but you're already out of range. As you drop, command your wyvern to drop the payload, it streaks down, crashes into the side of one of the trebuchets, destroying it. The darkspawn reeling to get out of the way as it goes crashing down into the city below. Excellent.
It's going very Lord of the Rings in my head right now.
It is, yeah. That's what I was going for. This is very much the Nazgul grabbing and destroying the trebuchets,
exactly.
defending Gondor.
I'm a ring.
So, yeah, you are. The last roll will be from the wardens here. Let me grab their. They're only rolling with a +6 at this location. Y'all
Wow,
can
baby numbers,
choose
huh?
to sacrifice hit points to help with their bonus, or just leave it be.
We can take potions. I'll sacrifice another 20. I have the most hit points of the entire
To be
crew
fair,
here
that
right now.
just brings you just below Venehn at this point after sacrificing.
Yep.
30 hit
I have
points.
exactly 90 hit points.
Okay,
Yep.
so they will roll with a +9 then. So we'll go ahead and make their roll. They roll an 8. +9 is only going to be a 17. So unfortunately, they fail on that. The cavalry, using the distraction, are able to push towards the walls. But as they do, once again, the darkspawn begin to just hurl rocks over the side down upon them. They have to back up away from the walls to get out of the way of danger. Their siege does not make any more progress there. I'm going to make the 3 rolls for the darkspawn now too. Again, they're rolling with a +16 right now, so they just need a 5 or higher to succeed. So success. They succeed on all three of them. They get a 1 on the dragon die, a 6, and a 5. So that's going to be 11, 12 points for them towards the siege. All right. Siege is seemingly going the way of the darkspawn. The warden force is having difficulty breaching the defenses here. We're going to go ahead and pivot over to Milestone Town as the wardens crash into the barricades set up by the darkspawn. Garas,
Yes.
you, along rank and file with your fellow wardens for the first time, fighting alongside them in the thick of all of these darkspawn as they push into the city and this natural fortification.
Is that like really exciting for Garrus?
This is super exciting for Garas. This is the first time he's fighting alongside his fellow Grey Wardens. And I think there's like this moment right before they all are, because it's like that lull of the battle. Like Garahel blew that horn. Garahel's all lined up with everyone. And Garas starts saying something under his breath. He says, "How does a ragtag volunteer army of a shower? How do they defeat these demonic superpowers? How do we emerge victorious from the quagmire? Leave the battlefield waving Valvoriel's flag higher. Turns out we have a secret weapon, a Grey Warden, you know, who's unafraid to step in. He's constantly confounding the henchmen. Everyone give it up for Raoul's favorite Grey Warden, Garahel. And then, like, as he does that, he starts saying like all these lyrics to pretty hype up Garahel and everyone as I'm using my bard ability. Song of Communication. So pretty much, it says the way it describes it is it says it's supposed to be used for communication situations, not combat, but we are in a communication situation. As long as everyone is in agreement with me, as long as everyone is in agreement with me, that is, I'm declaring a form of camaraderie and harmony throughout everyone. Everyone gets a +1 bonus to communication checks going forward.
And all they have to do is agree with you that Garahel is a badass.
They just have to agree that Garahel's a badass.
That's really
I
sick.
love that. So you're trying to like almost boost up like the communicate like for the warden command, like the officers, and then giving commands and stuff, trying to inspire this. Again, Garahel is like gleaming armor, flying on Griffinback ahead of the forces, bow in hand as he is firing down at the Darkspawn. Like,
I mean, I have a bow and I'm on a wyvern, but okay.
Like no big deal, whatever.
I was just saying, like, but as the leader of this army is like leading the charge here,
yeah, so
that's perfect.
So now I get a +1 to all rolls, and you also get a +1 to your Grey Warden roll at the end of the combat.
Okay,
so
yeah.
You're now rolling a +7 instead of +6.
Dope.
I love that. Okay, perfect. Do you want to make a roll instead of one? I guess is that an I'm trying to say, can you do anything else while you're doing that, or is that your focus?
That is just that is like basically what it says. It's a thing I can do as like for roleplay encounters.
Okay.
Your other songs are like they're like minor activations.
Yeah, they are minor actions. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll allow that. And if you still want to,
it's a starting a song is a major action. And on subsequent rounds, it is I can maintain the song with a free action.
Okay, cool.
You're telling me that singing is a free action?
Yeah, singing is
so
a free
here's
action.
what I will say for this then. For this first round, that is your action to like get this party started. And then you can maintain that, and any battlefield that you are on, you can give that +1 bonus as long as there is a communication skill, which I guess would just be a milestone. So as long as you are in milestone, you will be able to give the bonus to the wardens for their rolls here. But for this one, this will just be the 3 rolls for the wardens versus the 3 rolls for the darkspawn, and they both have a +7. Do you want to give any sacrifice any hit points or anything right now, or just...
You know what? Yeah, let's just Garas is going full support right here. I'm gonna sacrifice some HP for it. How much is it?
It's 20 per roll, so you can do it once. I mean, you can do it 3 times, sacrifice 60 hit points. It's not.
I'm just gonna sacrifice 20 for now.
Okay, so we'll do that for the first roll. They'll get a +3 bonus. So let me do the 3 Grey Warden rolls. All right, they're rolling with a +7, and they need a, what was the difficulty here? It's a 19. Ooh, that's 10, 9, and 8. Okay, so they'll succeed on the first one because of your help there with a +10. So they'll get 2 points here and a milestone, but they fail in the other 2.
We're gonna have to start bleeding for these Grey Wardens, huh?
Entrenched. The Darkspawn, however, are in no better position here. They will make their rolls with a +7 as well. They succeed on 2 of them with a 15 and 13 +7, so 22 and a 20. So it'll be 7 points for them here. All right. Again, trying to draw the forces away. The wardens having a difficult time against this entrenched, just the horde of Darkspawn present in Milestone. That will be the end at Milestone Town as Garrus is rallying the forces here behind Garahel. Last, we move to the harbor. Ships rocking, thunder rolling across the sky, lightning crashing down. You see the wyverns approaching the distance as volleys of arrows striking into the deck of the ship as the wardens are attempting to pull the ships into harbor. What do you like to do? Yes.
Is Milestone Town a real place in Thedas?
No, I made these places up.
Okay. It just sounds like the name of a town that I would make up when I forgot to name the town. I mean that as a compliment. I like it.
You're welcome.
I was just
No,
like, oh yeah, Milestone Town. That's where you go to level up.
I couldn't I couldn't come up with or find any actual maps of Lonsley, so
I like Poway. It sounds friendly.
So. All right. The
Yeah, it's me.
Carter.
I am I'm thinking on the deck of the ship, on the lead ship, and I'm just alternating between like bubbling the riders off of wyverns if they get too close, or mind blasting them so they maybe get knocked off of their wyverns, whatever, and falling, just launching arcane blast from a range for now. So I'm going to go with the magic roll, and I am going to go ahead and bleed myself of mana.
Got it.
I'm going to do a full 30 mana so that I get a +3 to my roll, and the wardens will also get +3 on both of theirs.
Okay. Excellent.
Do that real quick. And then, yeah, my magic roll is going to be a hot diggity damn, ladies and gentlemen. 2 6s, 1 on the dragon die. I'll put that on camera if you want. And a 1, 12, 13 plus 11 is 24 with 6 stunt points.
Okay, so you got a so you succeed. So you can choose to use the Legends Arise special stunt, which will give a bonus to the wardens here for how many points you decide to sacrifice putting towards your total.
Let me think about that for a second. So they're going to be rolling with a +9 now, which matches them with the Darkspawn. Is it better to keep the 6 points? I think right now it might just be better to bank the 6 points.
Okay.
And we'll see how close that might be at the end of at the beginning of next round.
Got it. But still, Carter just firing off like along with the thunder and the wyvern screeching even louder as Carter blasting magic into the sky. You see riders knocked off the back of their wyvern. Some of the wyverns going tumbling down into the roiling ocean waves. From the deck of your ship, just commanding the elements around you in an effort to protect your fleet. I mean, some of the wardens even like looking at you in awe in this moment. This incredibly powerful mage at their sides. The other 2 rolls here, so this will be even playing field then, +9 for both sides. So the wardens need a 10 or higher on these 2 rolls to succeed. There's a 9 and a 13. The 13 succeeds with 6 points on the dragon die. So that'll put them to 12 total here.
Okay, go Harbor team.
As rallying at your efforts here, they begin to launch volleys of arrows towards the wyverns, striking down the riders and defending these ships from attack. The Darkspawn are there then going to do their 3 rolls as well. They also need a 10 or higher. They only succeed on 1 of them. 8, 10, 4. So the last one, so the one they succeed on will be 5 points, but that is all they get as the Antivan forces along with the wardens, are quickly approaching their objective in the harbor.
Can I add a little narrative fun on that with that
Yes,
success on their
absolutely.
part?
Please.
I think everybody, like the spirits are raised. This is a really great initial assault. And even while some of the wardens are looking at Carter in awe, one of the Wyvern riders gets too damn close and scoops Carter off of the deck of the ship and takes him up into the air. And that's where I'm going to start next time.
Okay. Yeah, they see you like grabbed by this wyvern. You grab it back and takes off to the sky. They begin to fire arrows in frantically a volley in the direction of the wyvern carrying you to try to defend you.
God, bring a man back from the dead one time. He thinks he's fucking invincible.
Excellent. That is the end of the round. So we will go back to the beginning. Let's go ahead and decide if anybody wants to move anywhere.
I'm gonna stay at the wall.
Yeah, we're gonna need the wall.
Staying, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to
Gotta
go ahead
hold
and
the
walk to Milestone from the air.
Yeah. I mean, I assume you could have been
Hey.
setting up and like, and I fight
I
this
fall
wyvern in
at an
the air all the way.
You should also get a wyvern to ride. I'm just saying, it's really fun.
You just punch a wyvern rider off the back of the wyvern, fly
Yeah.
in the harbor.
Yes.
And again, for the people at home, this is not taking place in 6-second rounds of combat. This is like over hours about. So you're on the deck of the ship firing spells for like, defending for a few hours as you are in this fight. And then at the end of it, you're like picked up. So when we're talking about this again,
These are not 10 seconds, they're 10 hours.
No.
Yeah. So we will go back. Nobody is moving. So I will go ahead and roll for the archdemon to see
He's gonna stay put.
Bet.
he's going to move. He's
Bet.
going to stay put.
Love it.
Fucking called it.
No, it's
Fucking called it.
So that
Sorry, I'm gonna pick up the phone because I called it.
narratively, it's like that works really well too.
Yeah.
So let's get back to our crew here. So, what would you all like to do? Yes,
I want to do something insane.
Okay, we can
By
start with
all
Venehn this time. Go for it.
means.
I was just prefacing.
No, go for it. You already called it. Do it.
I would like to use my master level ranger specialization to summon a bunch of giant spiders to crawl over the walls.
Okay.
You figured out the rules.
You are a goddamn mage. This is some mage shit.
This is some mage shit.
I blow my horn.
Um,
I almost did a herd of Hala to trample a bunch of them, but I would have felt really bad if anything bad happened to a Hala ever, so it's giant spiders. They're more built for battle.
That's
True.
really good.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't because you don't have any mana that you're spending to
Nope.
do this.
I,
This is
these are
a-
just real ass spiders.
spiders
Do
that
what I
you-
say.
that you prepared ahead of time. You've
Then it
befriended
just
every
raised their hands
spider
and
in the
yelled,
forest.
"Bees!"
Every spider along the way. All the way to the front, Venehn was just collecting spiders and talking to them and then sending them back to their giant brethren.
Okay.
Truly the greatest wizard of our age.
Dropping rocks from the sky on a wyvern, blows
All
a
right.
horn, a bunch of spiders. Venehn, for all in the movie version, looks like the bad guy right now.
Yes.
It looked like that's probably the archdemon up there. No.
How do I adjudicate?
I'm sorry, you made all these great game rules, and I just
I
immediately
did,
have
and
been like,
then-
hey, fuck them. Make new ones for me.
No.
Fuck them
that's-
rules.
I'm
that's fair.
special.
I'm looking at spiders now. Hold on.
Why would you do that?
They're fun.
They're fun
Giant
spiders. The spiders are
spiders in the
fun,
book.
especially when you fight giant spiders.
We have wolf spiders here.
Interesting.
They got
If
little
I could fight a giant
Well,
spider, maybe I'd
spiders
fight a giant
don't
spider.
Lots of
have
spiders here.
I'd fight giant
a
spiders.
focus in climbing, which
That
seems
doesn't
like
seem
an
right.
What?
oversight. No, they
It
can
seems
wall
like
crawl.
quite right.
It seems like one of those things they're really good at.
They can jump. and they can intimidate, but they
Okay,
can't.
well then I summon a bunch of giant jumping spiders. Is that better for you?
No, it's
Is
not.
everyone having a better time now?
No,
No, they can wall climb. They just aren't good at it, apparently. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give.
Who we've
I
been
will
training
give-
on the road.
I will give the wardens a +2 bonus for the spider aid.
Okay.
Here. So you can still do your roll, and then
spider
Yeah, that's not an
Aid.
action or anything. I could just do
no, because you would have
this.
had to do that ahead of time.
Yeah, I didn't.
So
This is good.
we
All
got
right.
a flashback.
It's so
of
good.
Val,
Flashback.
Val told us they were going to make this one really hard, and so I've been looking at my character sheet like, okay, we're paying attention this time. We're learning.
So the
the
wardens will
rules,
be rolling with a +8 this round. Is essentially what I'll say for their next.
and
round.
I'll bleed on them or whatever it is.
Bleed
It just feels
That's
like
ours.
doing. It
We're
feels
actually
like
we're also just doing
magic.
blood magic. Yeah, 100%.
Okay, and you're also gonna sacrifice hit points, so that would put them to a +11. Okay, I can just go and do the warden
Yeah.
roll right now.
Is there?
and
Is it? It's just 20 hit points for +3, right? It's not like I can't do like 30 hit points for a +4 or something.
you cannot do more hit points. Yasmera could give more hit points for the warden roll.
I will actually, and then I will take a
Okay.
potion.
So then the wardens are at
That wasn't- okay.
So they're at a +14 with all the. If you
Really
are both
good.
giving hit points to fight on the front lines with the wardens.
I love this idea.
I'm confused about your answer to my question.
If you can do it
Because
You would
would've
only
said-
do it once per round.
once per roll, you could do it again for your roll or something if you wanted to. You just can't.
I'm not understanding what you're saying to me.
So what are you asking?
The question, I can't do the hit points at all right now.
No, you can.
Okay. The question was, is it limited to the 20 hit points, 10 mana, or can we go under or over that?
You cannot go. So
I can't, like, what I'm saying is I can't sacrifice 40 hit points and have it be a +4 all at once.
no.
It would have to be, okay, it's just the 20.
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't phrase the question very well.
Yes. I
Oh,
understand.
it's so good.
So I will go ahead and do the roll for the warden since we've done so much to boost them right now.
Yeah.
So they're at a +14.
They better do
yeah.
it.
They do it. They got a 29.
Woo!
with
Yay!
that. So that'd be 4 points for them. So that brings it neck and neck. So let's do y'all's rolls now.
Okay.
Stealthing it up.
Stealth it up.
There's spiders everywhere. They're not looking for us.
Yes, 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 baby, yes.
They're good.
Okay.
Shit. I didn't roll very good.
14 plus 10 is 24.
24
Nice.
succeeds.
And I got a 6 on my motherfucking dragon die.
All right. So that brings it to 18. For your side?
I did get doubles, but I just a 4 and a 4, so it wasn't.
Well, no, that would still be 6 stunt points. It was because the 6 was on the dragon die. That would still be 6
Yes!
stunt points.
Oh shit! Yes! Okay. My brain did not compute that.
You could choose to spend. Okay, so I'll take this back to 12 for a second because you could choose to, instead of putting those points towards the success, you could trade in some of those to give the wardens a bonus on the next round.
Might be good in your case because the archdemon is there.
Yeah, but he
Yeah,
also
that's
might
true.
leave, or he might just sit there again. Who the fuck
But
knows?
it's good to at least get it out the way now.
Yeah,
You
I'll
know.
say the wardens are rolling with a the darkspawn have a much better modifier than the wardens just normally on this one.
Yeah.
They have a +11. The wardens would normally roll with a +6.
This
So-
might be the best time to do that.
But at the same time, that brings you up to an 18 and pretty close to
Com-
the other thing out.
completion.
So, up to-
We can take potions, correct?
yes.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna throw this toward completion because I feel like the longer siege goes on, the worse it's gonna be. So let's
Yeah.
just let's
If we
throw
can
them in
break-
there right
If
now.
we can break the siege, then
Okay.
And then I'm going to take a potion because I'm at half health right
what's
now.
the threshold? 25?
25. Yeah. All right. That is Venehn, how'd you do?
I rolled a 19.
Nice.
Total.
Yep.
Okay, so you don't.
Oh,
succeed.
that you don't
Okay.
I
succeed.
thought it was
Damn it.
19 where we were.
It's-
No, it's
it's
21.
It's
Yeah.
21. Yeah, I rolled like shit.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
So
Okay, then I'll definitely put the 6 there. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So unfortunately, with your wyvern antics, the wardens or the darkspawn
Way
have-
too focused on the spiders.
Yeah, they are firing arrows up at you. You're having to kind of weave in and out, get some distance to avoid getting shot out of the sky.
But for flavor, I do want to say that me and a couple other folks bandied together for a moment, and that's how we stealthed. Was that while the fucking spiders were chasing the darkspawn through, and like they were trying to get away from them, we jumped out of the shadows
Yes,
and accosted
absolutely.
them.
Just a swarm of spiders again, like the ghosts at the end of Return of the King, just swarming over
Exactly.
Darkspawn.
Oh, and then I poisoned them with death root poison, and then they were just hallucinating even more spiders. So even better.
Ghost spiders.
Ghost
All right.
spiders.
I will do the rolls for the Darkspawn. Again, they have a plus 16 right now. They just need a 5 or higher, and you just need them not to get 13 stunt points between these 3 rolls to win this thing out.
Seems like we could manage that.
Yeah, we can.
Knock
pull
on
that
wood,
off.
knock on wood, knock on wood.
They got a 10, 9, 13, which is success on all of those. They got a 5, a 2, and a 6.
It's exactly
That's-
13.
Exactly
Yeah.
13.
Frick.
Damn it!
It's okay. That's okay.
That's all right.
The
Sieges so rarely go to the invading party.
Yep, and that's why I made this one very difficult to succeed at. The siege breaks as the archdemon once again bellows this corrupting breath down towards the Orlesians. You see the battering ram that they had in place along the walls and is ignited in fire. The darkspawn dropping rocks and firing arrows down at the Orlesian soldiers trying to climb the walls. Lambert looks around, sees his forces falling, pulls out his horn, blows twice on it, and signals for the retreat as the Orlesians retreat from this front. Luckily, with your good rolls there, they did not win by
more
by 10 or
yeah,
more,
thank
so
God.
they did not get the bonus in the other locations.
I'm as soon as I hear the horn, I immediately to Garas and Carter from where I can see them that the siege is broken. Lambert's called the retreat.
All right. As this happens, we will move to Milestone Town.
Yeah.
You are the song carrying across the battlefield here, as the wardens are is tough going against the darkspawn here, but they haven't built the battle hasn't gone one way or another yet. What would you like to do, Garas?
I would like to make I'm using a free action to keep the song going,
Mhm.
but I would like to do a detect darkspawn roll.
Okay.
So that'll be a +9 roll for me.
All right. You can definitely do that. So go ahead and make your roll.
Ooh. 11 +9, that's a 20. And I got 5 sun points.
Okay. That is a success. 5 stunt points brings you to 7 here. All righty.
And I think for like the way it's like flavored is like Garas he hears that the word that the siege has fallen, and he instantly he looks over at Lucia and goes, "Do you want to lead this or should I lead this?"
Lucia just like rips her longsword out of the face of a darkspawn she's just impaled and looks to you and says, by all means, you lead.
And what he does is, I think they do like this very like intricate dance, these two, because they have trained alongside of each other for the longest. Like they know all of their moves, and it's very much like it's a full coordinated like attack between Lucy and Garas, that one person is covering the other person while the other person is doing amazing attacks. Either one person is rolling over the back of the other person, and there is one point where Garas kneels down low, puts down his feet, and flips Lucia up into the air. She does like a backflip and stabs a sword down to a Darkspawn's head.
Yes, I'll say the
You
two
are
of you
so getting
to,
late if we live.
the two of you managed to catch a set of ambushing dark, like with your detection. You flip her like into an alleyway that you see the Darkspawner were waiting to ambush a number of these like shriekers, and the two of you pincer them in this alleyway and just rip them to shreds. A meeting in the middle, just covered in blood and viscera.
And there's that moment where like we're both standing, panting, covered in blood. And we just kiss each other madly, and then we just split off to go off kill more people.
And this is why it's sick to date people that have the same hobbies as you.
Exactly.
D&D, stabbing Darkspawn in the face.
Yeah, that's how it works.
So we're gonna do. It's now again even
Blood
50-50
magic.
because you're keeping your song going. So it is +7 for both sides. We're gonna do the other two rolls for the wardens. Would you like to give up any hit points for the warden rolls?
I'm tanky, yeah.
Okay.
Down to
for
72.
Huh?
I'm down to 72 hit points.
Okay, so we'll do a +3 bonus for the first one here. Which with the +3, they are able to succeed on that one. Only 2, but that is
Still good.
something. And then for the last one, they roll a 16, 2 5s and a 6. So with this, they succeed with 6 stunt points here in Milestone. So that brings them up to 15. The wardens are
Nobody
doing well.
fucks with Milestone Town.
We're gonna do the 3 rolls for the Darkspawn here. They got 12, 12, 8, so that'd be 19, 19. So they succeed on 2 of them for another 11 points, which brings them up to 18.
Okay, maybe the Darkspawn fuck with Milestone Town a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. Again, this one's neck and neck, very close here. You're fighting for every block, trying to push into the city. Panning across to the harbor, Carter, you currently in the grips of a wyvern.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my roll first, and we'll see how what we want to do narratively with it. And I am gonna burn another 30 mana to do +3 on all 3 rolls.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see. 5, 6, 11, 12, 11, 23, 5 on the die.
All right.
So I think the wyvern with Carter in its grip goes way up with the intent of just ripping him apart and dropping pieces over the harbor, right? So Carter is like brawling. He's using his telekinetic weapons magic to enhance his gauntlets, and he's like hanging on and punching the wyvern in the face, and manages to actually punch through the wyvern's chest and kill it. So he's now in free fall, hundreds of feet up in the air. And this is when Carter remembers that he is terrified of heights. Call back to like level 5. And Venehn, you hear in your mind in a really, really shaky voice, do you think maybe we could have the party somewhere else than Valroy? Oh, I'm starting to get a little tired of it. And I think as fear is consuming him, but he desperately wants to see his friends again. He wants to fucking survive this. There's wyvern and griffins in the air flying, and he's just trying to, as he's hurtling so fast downwards, trying to line up the distance and momentum on a rider and fade step straight through it. and then starts fade stepping through the air from wyvern to wyvern to wyvern like a bolt of human lightning.
I love it. The ward is again just on the deck of the ship firing arrows. Like there's a brief pause to their assault here as they see you disappear and appear somewhere else and slash a rider off the back of a griffin and then disappear again in this green haze and reappear once again on the back of another wyvern, just as you're slashing your halberd wildly around. Never having seen anything like this. They will definitely be telling stories about this.
It's just,
in
Carter, I'm
years
a
to come.
little busy right now. Holy shit!
We're gonna do the other rolls for the wardens here, and you gave them the +3 bonus here, so they're
Correct.
rolling at a
Oh, yeah, I need to
+9.
Remember to
So
spend
just
that.
need a 10 or higher. That's a 13 and an 11. For a total of 6 points towards the threshold. Which brings this one to 20. Well, not 123. 23.
Yeah, 123.
Yeah, we won.
We won.
You won by
so
over
close.
100 points.
So close.
So close. The Darkspawn are going to make their 3 rolls here.
Motherfuck, they can't get 20 in one turn.
No, they can't.
God,
But they
that's-
did get.
They got 13 in
Shit.
one run, you know, so
That's true.
Okay. They got a 12, an 8, and a 12. So they fail on one of them. They succeed on the other 2. And they got a 5 and a 6. So it'll be 11 points. So they're up
So
to.
the max you could get in a round is 18.
Yes. So they're up to 16 here. Yeah, 16. All right. We still have a pretty healthy lead on them in the harbor. We are going to end the round here. And I think we should go ahead and take our break too, because we're over halfway through. So we will pause for the effects of the siege being routed, figure out where Venehn and Yasmera are going to go. But for now, we're going to do break stuff, y'all. So thank you, everyone out there, for watching. We'll be back here very soon to continue our game. Go do break stuff, drink some water, get a snack, whatever you need to do. See you back here very soon. Until then, stay tuned. Thanks for hanging out. So we took our break. We are going to jump back in. So where we left off, the siege at the wall has been routed by the combined efforts of the Darkspawn and the Archdemon. Lambert calls for a retreat of the Orlesian forces away from the walls. Carter is holding down the fort at the harbor with a combination of death-defying stunts and magic. And Garas is keeping things neck and neck in Milestone Town, along with Lucia, as you are fighting off the bulk of the Darkspawn forces. So, Yasmera and Venehn, the two of you retreating away from the walls with the rest of the Orlesians. Lambert rallying his forces down, like towards Milestone, commands outward, says, "Rally to Milestone. We'll aid the wardens there." As he yells to his officers who disseminate the information across the rest of the ranks. Most of the wardens heading towards Milestone as well to aid the battle in that area of the city. He looks over towards up towards you, Venehn, on Wyvern back, and like raises his sword towards you in solidarity. So where would the two of you like to go?
I think Yaz is pissed, and so instead of full out bleeding, needs to go somewhere where her brains can be utilized. So she's going to go into town
Okay.
and start yelling at forces.
All right, Yasmera is heading along with the Orlesians. Imagine like jumping up onto one of the horses, riding over towards Milestone with those
Yes.
forces there. Venehn?
I'm going for the harbor.
Then taking off on Wyvernback, you head towards the harbor.
Specifically for Carter.
To back up Carter. So let's start, or let's roll to see where the Archdemon ends up.
He just stays at the siege.
So
Stay
I
at the
will
wall.
say, with my rules here, if he rolls a 1, he is going to stay at the walls there. So the benefit here after losing this location is that there is a chance he does not end up on any battlefield. So we'll see.
Hey, what the fuck? Actually,
He decides to stay at the fucking
he
walls.
rolled 3 ones.
Yes.
That is one micromanaging Darkspawn.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, decides to continue to protect the trebuchets. Uncertain if this retreat is in earnest or perhaps maybe a misdirection from the Orlesian forces. Decides to stay there to defend probably the Darkspawn's greatest asset, which is the trebuchets they have taken command of on top of the walls here.
Well, the ones they have left.
Yeah.
Ones they have left. However, this does mean that you stand a much better chance in Milestone in the harbor of succeeding. So we'll start with Milestone. You arrive on horseback. Yasmera, Garas, you are fighting in the streets alongside your fellow wardens. What would the two of you like to do?
I did take a potion.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm back up to 89.
Nice.
But I think exactly that. I think yes, he just rides her horse in, like leaps off while it is still riding forward, hits it in the ass, and then jumps. Garahell's here, right?
Garahel is commanding from the sky.
Okay.
On his griffin. But yes, Garahel is present on this battlefield.
Okay. Then what I think.
Oh, Yasmera, when you get onto the battlefield, you hear
Yeah.
chants of people just chanting OTG, OTG over again, which OTG stands for One True Garahel.
Yeah, you're not sure where they picked this, but something about this distinctly rings Garrus.
Stinks of
Yeah.
Garrus. Stinks of Garrus.
I imagine just like full Battle of the Bastards, just like a shield wall as they're just like pushing against the Darkspawn. Just OTG. OTG.
Okay. This is just for flavor. Nothing mechanically. But I had a funny cartoonish thing in my head and I just want to make it happen. So, since Garahel is in the sky, and so I can't give him an earful of how badly he's fucking this up right now, because I'm one of the few people that gets to tell Garahel that he's fucking up military logistics, since I taught him a lot of it. Can I say that one of the birds that Venehn has trained, I can whistle for it really quick, and then I can just write battle tactics on it.
I have a
And,
raven.
yeah, and then just have it in really shouty text.
Now that I can teach my animals more complex commands, I have told my raven Solus specifically that he is to obey Yasmera at all costs.
As
Yes.
per my previous Raven.
Yes, as per my previous raven, get your shit together, Garahel.
This raven
Oh,
is,
yeah.
is basically
OTG, whatever.
Yasmera's, and I just feed it.
It's like that meme. It's like, is this meme of Yasmera looking disappointed, like, Garahel, will you lock the fuck in?
He just starts, looks down. So I'll send the raven up. And, give him information about what happened at the wall, blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to send the raven up and then post up. And then I'm going to use that to... That's how I'm rolling for military
Communication
lore.
leadership. Military lore. Military lore.
Yes.
Got it. All right. Go ahead and roll your cunning military lore.
I have another... I have a 664 here.
Okay.
So that's
4 on the
12.
dragon die.
That 6 is on the dragon die.
Oh, nice.
And okay, so that's 16 plus, so that's a 26.
You definitely succeed with 6 on the dragon die, brings it to 21 in milestone. Unless you want to spend any
No,
points
we're
there, but
making
you're
it
pretty
happen.
close,
Yep,
so,
yep.
Yeah.
Come on, Garas. And then okay, so Garas is gonna make a roll, and then one is for the
That the wardens will make.
one's for the wardens. Yeah, I'll bleed on the wardens.
Okay.
I'll do blood
I hate
magic
that
for the
that's y'all-
wardens.
That's y'all's interpretation. Of this.
That's my bad. That's on me.
That's it.
Well, as soon as you started talking about sacrificing hit points for things and we're doing Dragon Age, my brain immediately goes to blood magic. Like,
Yeah.
there's no.
It's a
Yeah.
couple of-
It is immediately A to B.
Yasmera
Like,
throws herself
think
into
of
the
that.
front lines to fight alongside the wardens to give her aid there.
No, I just like, cut the back of my hand and just like drip down down a house or something. But
Come on,
also
Val.
in
Yes, and
Okay.
yes,
But
and
the
Val.
Giving
most
them the
important
red
thing-
hand of Yasmera.
no, most important thing.
right here.
If I sacrifice 20 hit points, I get to 69. Hey!
Stay
We
there
win.
forever,
That's
or
it.
else you
We win.
die.
Yeah, we win. That's how it works.
If you have
So we
69
win,
hit points
right?
and you take damage, you immediately die.
You mean
That's how it works. Yes.
Just like if you roll 3 17s.
Just
You
like
just immediately die.
Just like in Final
So we're gonna,
Destination.
by the end of this, each of us is gonna have their own cult, right?
Yes.
yeah.
Because
100%.
Carter is a human lightning bolt
Mm-hmm.
flying around the sky. Garrus has literally started an entire group chanting.
Yes.
That's like cult 101.
You are your
Yes.
own. You're your own freaking like archdemon flying through the sky.
I am the man who should not be, the only
Yes.
wyvern in the sky who is an ally.
Yes.
And Yasmira's gonna have a bunch of people following her around with like red handprints over one eye. Like the followers of the Absolute.
That's the real red, Jenny. It's the cult we made all
Yeah.
along.
We're gonna
Grey
have four.
Wardens who? They're all us now.
I need everyone right now to start thinking about this, because when we inevitably win the war and we get to have a fun epilogue, I want to know what your cults are up to.
Deal.
Deal. All right, Garrus, what are you doing?
I'm gonna do a detect darkspawn roll,
Okay.
as I'm pretty much continuing to, point out where darkspawn are at and like leading
Yeah.
people to where the less amounts would pull away from where it needs to be go to places where there's high concentration.
Val,
Yeah,
you better
I
be
mean,
writing down
that's
cult
definitely
ideas right
very
now.
helpful in keeping me from getting ambushed.
And what's the number again? Okay.
It's a 19.
Plus 9. That is 21.
21. It's a
And I
success.
got 6 on the dragon dice.
6 on the dragon dice will succeed. So, that's gonna put so that puts you above 25. Now, the way that this works is y'all have succeeded at this battlefield. So normally speaking, if you reached at the same time, then we would continue for a tiebreaker. However, for this battle, reaching at the same time, or sorry, it would be considered a draw. But for y'all, a draw is a win. Either way, it's only if you lose that you get the negative consequences. So I'm not even gonna roll for the dark spawn in this case because it doesn't matter because y'all hit it. So the wardens, and I will say, to be nice because of that, Yasmera, if you don't want to spend the 20 hit points, since we got there before the wardens need to roll, you can take your 20 hit points back.
Oh, that's so nice.
So you are welcome.
I think-
Well, 69 was nice.
I mean,
If you
61
could
was
vote
nice.
you can
back,
keep
but-
69 if you want, if you rather, but you're
I'd
also
rather-
facing insta death if you lose any more hit points. so-
Yeah, exactly. So now I'll go back up to 89. That's fine.
Okay.
You can stay 69 in our hearts.
Exactly.
I think the way that I'm flavoring this is the way how it happens is that so Garas has been pretty much keeping track of where these high concentration of darkspawn are at and where they're kind of all funneling out of, and he kind of notices that there is a big concentration coming out from through one specific building, and then he remembers as we have a flashback. Yasmera, I was wondering, remember the little Gatlock stuff that we had that you found? Do you think I could borrow some?
You crazy son of a bitch. I'm in.
And then we've cut back to now, where
Okay.
Garas is watching all of these darkspawn run into a building. He reaches behind him and he pulls out one of those Gatlock bombs.
Oh,
lights it,
dude,
and
it's not, dude. It's like she gives you a little pinch of this stuff in like a straw because that's all you fucking need.
and then he lights it and just chucks that into that building, and he yells,
Yeah.
"Everyone dead!"
How much stress do they take for that flashback?
You take 2 stress for that flashback.
Nice.
And
You guys are gonna have to learn these rules one of these
yeah,
days.
this is coming up. There's an explosion from inside this building. Darkspawn screaming, debris falling all around you. The clearing a nice, like, I mean, this building collapsing inwards actually creates a nice, like, thoroughfare for the wardens to push through down the street. I did roll for the Darkspawn because I realized I did want to see if it turned out to be just narratively speaking, if it would turn out to be a draw or a win. They only succeeded on 2 of the rolls, and they only got 3 points towards it. So they only got a 21. So they did not succeed in milestone, which means that the wardens are successful in routing the darkspawn, pushing them back towards the walls. You can see the darkspawns are retreating behind the walls, back into the city, behind the safety of Daddy Archdemon. So success there. Let's move to the harbor. Venehn comes streaking in on a wyvern back. As you fly inwards, you can see Carter zipping between wyverns, slashing at darkspawn riders.
I assume because I'm telepathically connected to Yasmera and Garas that I know that the Darkspawn have been routed in Milestone Town.
You just hear through your head like, "Hey guys, I blew up a bunch of darkspawn. We're doing pretty good here in Milestone Town."
Shut up, Carter's literally made of lightning right now.
It's yeah, you're also hearing from Carter, and it's like alternating
good
between
job.
screams of terror and like woohoo.
Exposure therapy, baby.
I love it. So y'all are pretty close to succeeding at the harbor. What would you like to do?
Do you want to take because we're so close to it that either
Yeah.
one of us could take it out. Do you want to go first, or me, or should we do it simultaneously?
Let's do a team. Let's team up. Let's do a team up
Yeah, bro.
Cool.
because we're gonna win. Because if we do it together, we literally can't lose because we only need 2.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Well, I'm still gonna do magic because that's the only damn thing I'm good for, and I am gonna burn mana on it.
Yeah. So
Can I,
your
like,
options are
Can I like fastball special lightning Carter just into him?
I would allow, if you want to just give Carter an assist, you could just bump up his roll rather than making a roll of your own.
Yeah, because I want to be right there. Essentially, I want to facilitate whatever Carter's doing to just blast the rest of them so I can then snatch him up and the 4 of us can regroup as fast as possible.
Yeah, Carter, I'll give you a +2 to your roll. For
Sweet. All right, so I'm rolling at +13 then. Oh my god, that's like the lowest I've gotten, but I think it still might do it.
just need a 6.
15. It is exactly 6, and it's exactly 2.
Nice. That's the harbor,
Damn,
baby.
It's exactly what we needed.
I do a barrel roll and have the
barrel roll.
wyvern like as he's like I imagine he's like plummeting every now and then like picking back up and tapping. So I like mid plummet to a barrel and just have snatch Carter and then just shoot the moon
Nice.
with him.
I'd like to. This isn't like a thing that I can do, but if you'll let me add a little narrative juice, we'll say that like the force of that swing, like his halberd's only so big, but like combined with the telekinetic magic and everything else that's going on, the like an extra long telekinetic blade, like dozens of feet long, stretches out from the edge of the halberd, and so like he's spinning through the air in the central mass of most of these flying wyverns and just taking out like 3 and 4 and 5 of them at a rotation.
Yes. Yeah, you are just cleaving through the aerial support here that the Darkspawn have. Most of the wyvern forces here are decimated. by your actions almost single-handedly as you land back
Swoop right
onto,
under him,
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
behind me.
Yeah, and
Venehn.
Hold on.
Carter just like buries his face into the back of your hair and says, "So I've never been to Ravane. I was thinking maybe we could do a little traveling once this is all done."
Is this a... Are you okay? Is this a coping mechanism?
I'm trying really hard not to look down right now.
Don't look down.
As the two of you soar away, you see
You're
the
safe
dark
with me.
spawn gathering. A lot of the forces from the wall have moved over towards the harbor, firing arrows and shooting trebuchets at the approaching ships.
I'll blow my
They
horn.
roll their 3 checks. They succeed on all 3. They get 12 points, which means they succeed simultaneously. But like I said, that doesn't really matter for your purposes here. You were successful in decimating the aerial forces here to keep the main bulk of the Warden army safe as they took Milestone.
And one wyvern emerges victorious.
And one wyvern lives underneath Venehn.
And he
as
also
you go-
screams.
as you soar around. The ships pull away from the harbor, not wanting to take any more damage from the onslaught, from the barrage of the Darkspawn arrows. However, the battle for our purposes, for this overarching game here, has concluded rather favorably for the Wardens, with only the objective of destroying the trebuchets incomplete. As the so Venehn and Carter, are the two of you heading towards Milestone?
Do you want to go for Milestone, or do you want to try to find like Garahel or Lambert or somebody and see where we're at?
They're both in Milestone right
They're
now.
both there in Milestone.
Mm-hmm.
We
I
should
think we
regroup.
regroup. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Isaiah and the ships are essentially heading back like south down the coast. They are planning on regrouping with the main Warden forces too.
Yeah, I'll head straight
this
for
point.
Milestone then.
Okay, got it. So the
Can I have like put? Can I just like put like a fun, like a flag or something on my wyvern?
yes, so that nobody attacks you. I assume.
Man,
that
you know what? I may have made this up, but I swear to God, you tied or I tied when we let
I
him
feel
go.
like
we
we
like
did
tied a
something.
ribbon to his tail or something. I don't remember exactly what it was or where it was or anything, but I could have sworn we did put.
Yeah.
So we would recognize him if we ever saw him again.
Yeah.
I would have assumed you would have done that before this battle, even if you hadn't done it previously. So
Yeah.
we can absolutely say that that is something you've done.
Yeah, he's got like I've stolen. Well, it's not stealing anymore because my boyfriend owns them, but I've like taken like like a nice flag from the Richelieu estate. It's got like the Valroyo crest and shit on it.
Yeah. Garrison Yasmera, as the soldiers as the wardens are pushing into Milestone Town, as the Darkspawn around you, can see Venehn and Carter on Wyvern back, approaching the battlefield, soaring downwards. Your group reconvening here at the outskirts of this battle. You once again hear a thunderous roar echoing over the city, shaking the very stones at your feet, as you see the archdemon perched upon the walls, letting out a terrible roar as it kind of runs like thundering across the walls. You see some of the Darkspawn falling off of the top as it is enraged. It moves about like 200 yards down the wall before it pushes off of it, its wings unfurling as it soars down, crashing into Milestone. You hear Wardens screaming, you hear Darkspawn roaring as it has thrown itself into the thick of things here. Soaring low and landing in front of you, you see Garahel looking back towards the archdemon. He stops. One of his commanders comes up, says, "Lord Commander, what now?" The Garahel raises his helm for the visor on his helm for a moment, looks out towards the archdemon, says, Keep the perimeter. We have one objective here now. Kill the beast at all costs. Looks back towards the four of you as well. Are you with me on this, friends?
Ride or die, baby.
They will not get past us.
We're in this till the end.
Seems like a silly idea to go home now.
This is for Thedas, Garahel.
This is Thedas for everyone. Lowers his helm once again, stirs Crooky Tail back into the sky as he goes soaring off towards the Archdemon. You see
Everyone starts chanting again.
chanting. Your group rushes in with the wardens pushing closer to the Archdemon as it rages in the center of the town. There's a ruined town square with buildings that collapse to the side. This greenish purple flame has erupted across most of the buildings here as the Archdemon lets out another blast of this corrupting breath. But it stands tall, a few arrows embedded in its thick, almost impervious looking hide. As it glares back in the direction of Garahel and the other Wyvern riders approaching it, and lets out another shriek, blasting more fire into the sky that begins to rain down in sparks around you as it seems to prepare itself for this confrontation. And we're going to move to our main map here for this battle.
I have a question.
Yes.
Scored now.
Would you say that Garahel is within 12 yards of us?
He can be, yes.
Cool.
So Garahel, which I'll move him to the token layer, is going to be essentially the way that this fight is going to work. Garahel is mainly going to be engaging with the Archdemon. You all can help him fight the Archdemon as well. However, there will be additional Darkspawn that you will be contending with. You won't be contending with as many because you succeeded in Milestone. Their numbers would have been doubled for this final battle if if you had not. So I will go ahead and move them.
What weapon is Garahel using?
He has a bow.
He's using a ranged.
yeah.
Okay.
He mostly has a bow. He also has a sword at his side, but he mostly is attacking with his bow.
Okay. While you're pulling that up, we mentioned we could slam potions, so I'm going to slam a couple
Yes,
of
if
Lyrian potions.
you want to slam some potions
Yeah, I'm gonna
before
slam
you all
some
head into
potions.
this.
How much does potion
And-
give us again?
Depends on the potion. Which one do you want to use?
I'm going to use that big boy potion because...
The potent is 8d6 plus your con mod.
Okay. How many do I have those? Yeah, I have a bunch of those. Good.
Could I also, right before combat starts, do some prep spells?
Yes, I will now start having you roll for spells that you cast, though.
Right.
So, just so
Yep.
you are aware.
Well, I'm definitely going to start with telekinetic weapons before Garahel goes off, so I can hit me, him, and Garas with it. We'll do that first. And I smoked it. So Garas, you
Yes.
get a your greatsword glows with fade energy, and you get an extra +8 to all damage rolls.
Let's go.
And don't forget, the penetrating is free for you now.
It is.
Is the
That's what she said.
I mean, with consent at least.
does that apply to range weapons or is it just melee?
Just melee,
Okay,
unfortunately.
so-
I wish I could give it to range,
Yeah,
but
yeah, he will get the benefit for if he uses his sword, but he will not get it for his bow. So,
So if we're doing stuff to prepare for combat, is that what we're doing right now? Because I could
essentially, you have like a couple rounds as you're rushing in to prepare for combat. here.
as we're running up, I'm yelling at the Grey Wardens. Grey Wardens! This is our moment! This is when he needs you! Point your finger into the sky and acknowledge him! Acknowledge your war chief! Acknowledge Garahel! And he points up in the sky. And everyone starts all the Grey Wardens start pointing up as I cast Song of Valor. So pretty much anyone within 12 yards of me gets a +1 to all their attack rolls.
Everyone's a mage now. +1 to all attacks. Okay.
Yes.
Good to know.
This isn't gonna do much,
Yes.
but I am going to make I'm going to make the archdemon my mark. I'm marking the archdemon for death. This means that not only I, but everyone also gets a +1 to both attack and damage the archdemon.
Nice.
Okay.
I have chugged a crap ton of potions, but I'm back up to full mana. And
You.
I'm going to do one more spell that I haven't used before. I'm going to cast Fade Shield. You create an arcane aura around you that deflects attacks for 1 round, and I can extend it by spending more mana. For 1 round, my spell power increases by +2, and my defense becomes equal to my spell power. So 10, 8 is 18. It's a spirit spell, so 21. So my armor class, basically, my defense becomes 23.
Okay.
And I'm gonna...
Sita's playing Pathfinder, and we're all playing Dragon Age.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend... goodness, I'm gonna spend 16 extra mana on that to make it last for 8 rounds.
All right.
I am also, I just double checked that it can be done before combat, but it has to be done no more than 1 minute before combat begins. But I am going to envenom some of my arrows as well.
Okay.
I want to do something cool.
Okay.
Now everyone else got to do something. What do I want to do? Wait.
Outside of your wyvern.
I was about to say, you've done something cool this whole fucking time. You're
How many
riding a fucking dragon.
How many wyverns are left alive?
None. There are no wyverns in the sky here.
That's not what the word
Answer that
decimated
way
means.
too fast.
No, well, so the effect of winning the harbor battles, there are no wyverns active during this battle.
Great, I love that.
Yes. So it's only the aerial combat here will only be the archdemon when it takes to the sky, and Garahel and the other wardens were on Griffinback. There are again other darkspawn and other battles going on here right now. I'm just only narrating the key folks. Like everything else is taken care of. These are not the only darkspawn that are still in play. So
Garahel's token looks so goofy.
Yeah, I mean, his token looks like he has said, "Be golly whiz,
that is the official art
once."
for Garahel. So I
Is
was
it
like,
really?
but I was like, I have to use it.
All right, bud.
Oh, yuck.
Oh, look at that chin though.
Golly whiz, I'm gonna fight me
That's
some
a strong
darkspawn.
ass chin.
Can I summon another incredible herd of animals?
I mean, what does that entail?
It just says I can lure them to my location and make them fight for
Let me look at the ability.
It just says I can lure them to my
Because
location.
you asked
and
if you
let them fight for
can.
me.
In order to know this, I have to know.
You
how
let me
this
do the
ability works.
spiders.
Well, yeah, but that was assuming that you had time to repair. I thought that these took.
I think it takes a minute. No, it reduce. Okay, it takes 2d6 minutes, but I can reduce it by minutes.
Okay.
You want to just roll for the minutes and see?
Let's see.
Hi, buddy.
Ranger. No, the larger camel. Is this part of the?
You can lure nearby animals to your location and make them fight for you. It's communication animal handling test, which takes 2d6 minutes. Target number is 13, but you may adjust based on... They love this word, orneriness of your local animals. For each degree of success, you reduce the test by 1 minute. And then if the test is successful, you can attract them. And then you get better at ambushes, and then you can lure larger animals.
Here's what I'm going to give you here. This is my justification. This is going to be a really long way of me saying no. Your spiders are still
Yeah,
in
this
play.
is cool. Everyone else is doing something really cool, and I'm
You
getting
have
told no.
your wyvern in the battle. I'm
I
giving
know.
you your
That's why
wyvern
I'm being
as
an
part
asshole
of the
about
fight. I'm giving you your wyvern
I
in
know,
the fight.
I know.
Your
I'm
spider
PB.
army is still in play and still
Okay.
attacking people.
As long as the spiders are still here, I'm
Yes, the
content
spiders are still here in the background.
that I am content.
I just don't want more things in this fight.
I love my spiders. As a group, though, let's not forget, just in general narrative, about those silverite runes that we've all got.
Yes.
Oh shit! Thank you for reminding me.
Because I have a master rune of silverite in my bow, and that's extra 5 damage for every dark.
And I've got a journeyman's, which is an
That's
extra
3.
3. So okay.
That's all dark spawn.
Yeah.
So we're putting out some serious damage.
Yes, you are.
Is that to attack and damage or just damage?
It's just damage.
Just damage? Okay, cool.
Yeah. All right. With all of that, again, you have, so it is the 4 of you with Venehn on Revas, and Garahel also participating in this combat encounter as a key NPC.
Wow, nice of him to show up. Just kidding.
Fighting against the archdemon, as long as 1 ogre and 5 hurlocks that will be fighting on the archdemon side, obviously. So let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Ooh, buddy.
I mean, we haven't done initiative in a long time, so
I don't know that.
I still got Ziggy on the initiative track.
Has it been since that town?
I think
Before
so.
I think
we got
so.
to the Tiershon? I rolled like shit.
Only an 11 for Carter.
19 for Yaz.
All right, hold on a second. So 11 for Carter. And then Yaz gets a 19. Oh, you already had a 19 on here. Okay.
Hey!
What did Venehn get?
18. That's the most garbage initiative I think I've ever rolled. And
You got like
it's
a plus like 12 to your initiative too at this point too, right?
I think I have a plus 10, 7.
Yeah.
Garas, what'd you get?
Yeah, I have plus 10.
Oh, you're muted if you're talking.
I got an 18.
18. Okay. No, I should have pre-rolled these. Let me roll for everyone else. So we're gonna do.
Did you update them on the turn
Garahel.
order? Because it's not changing for me.
It's for some reason.
Oh.
There we go. All right, let me do.
I didn't want to lose them.
Garahel has a +6 to initiative. He also got an 8. God damn it! I don't need another 18.
Don't worry. The first time I get stun points, I'm gonna seize the initiative
Yeah.
That's fair.
because I can do it for basically nothing.
All right, then we're gonna do
Gotta love it.
Archdemon.
I think we all get that now because of Rogue, I think, right?
No.
Mine's a
no.
weapon thing.
Yeah.
Archdemon also
my-
got an 18.
It's my
How is this happening?
Well, then I'm definitely gonna be going before
I
it.
guess
Give
so.
me 1 second. I
Okay.
can.
This can't continue.
This cannot continue.
You can't keep doing this.
And then I'm just gonna have all.
Tear me
all
apart,
the
Lisa.
Warlocks.
He can't keep getting away with this.
Who got a?
Wow, the initiative numbers. Wow.
All right, the Hurlocks.
I feel very
got
slow.
I was about to say. I was at 11 treating you, bud.
Not great.
And the Ogre.
Oh, 12 for the Hurlocks?
Ah,
The
buddy.
Ogre got a 7. So
Hey!
you get to go before
There you go,
Somebody.
Carter.
There we
Hey.
go.
I
you
beat
did it.
somebody. Yay.
We're into
I'm gonna fuck that
7.
ogre up.
And then one other thing, the
Let's say one other thing.
trebuchets are gonna go.
I'm gonna get the rest of them fucking trebuchets.
Yeah, you have something that can take care of that.
It's on site. Leave the trebuchets to me.
I will say the trebuchets are more an environmental thing. You have to go pretty far to get to the trebuchets.
I
Um,
have some ideas.
Okay, I trust you.
You summon
No,
a
you
herd
don't.
With
of-
half the
Not even a
with
little
half
bit.
with half of the group going on an 18.
Oh my god.
I
I was like, how did it decide? They're in alphabetical order.
All right.
I'll show chat
Well,
the initiative.
yeah, I
It's
can't
pretty
believe.
Oh
funny.
my god.
I
So
can't
is
believe
the Archdemon going before all of us after Yasmera or after all of us?
it's going before all of you according
Oh,
to turn
boy.
tracker.
That's because it's an alphabetical
no,
order.
that's not fair. That's
That is
not
Mr.
fair.
Demon, comma A. That is not Mr. Archdemon.
No.
Yeah, his name is AA Ron.
I'm going
Well,
with the
maybe
turn
it is.
tracker.
Did you ask him?
Seems very fair to me.
No.
Otherwise, all my stuff is going at the same time. I'm not doing
So?
that. The Archteam is going before. Yaz, you get to go first.
Gosh.
Okay, fine.
I'm going
For,
to.
for what it's worth, Val, I'm on your side. Okay? Because we're
Shut
going to
up,
kick
Cena.
your ass no fucking matter what. So. You go ahead and go first.
Okay. No, I get to go first.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Go
what I'm
birthday
gonna
girl.
do.
Go
Yeah,
birthday
don't
girl.
take that away from the only woman at the table.
Wow,
Yeah.
look at that.
Now who's the
All right.
problem?
Yeah, I need to go on menshealth.com.
Get out your notes out.
Pre-stream thing. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Just like a woman standing up in front of everyone else and take care of the big guns.
Just like a woman to have to do all the heavy
Do
lifting.
all the heavy lifting.
Here at GGK, we love and respect women.
Yes, we
And we
do.
consider them to be, hear me out, people.
Hot take. I'm going to simply because it will be fun and also because I have pre-envenomed some bolts. I'm going to shoot at the Archdemon!
Okay. Take a shot.
Okay, here we go. That's pretty good, that's pretty good. Okay. 12, and then that's a plus 11. That's a 23 to hit.
Oh, so you get a +1 to all your rolls. Because
24 to hit. Oh,
hit.
and the +1 from my Marked for Death, 25 to hit.
Definitely hit.
Yay! Okay, so
Did you get stun points?
I did not get any stun points.
Okay, so you can't venom him this time.
Well, no. So I read it and it said I can pre-envenom, as in, so the envenoming is just literally putting the poison onto your arrows. As long as I envenom my arrows before the battle, as long as it's like right before the battle, it can't be more than a minute before, then I can do one thing of pre-envenoming. It's right in using poisons. I just pulled it up. Let me see.
Yes.
It's on page 92. So you can coat either a single melee weapon or 3 arrows bolts with an activate action, or you can do it. Where did it go? Blah, 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 blah. This can be done prior to combat, but no more than 1 minute before the encounter begins.
Yeah, but it says the poison is delivered by means of a special stunt in Venom, which can be used.
Oh, so I have to do the
you
envenom.
have to get the stun
Shit.
points. You have to use the
Okay.
stun points in order to apply.
Hey, we've played 68 sessions of this game and we're still learning shit. All right. Okay. So no stunts, unfortunate. But I hit.
Yes, you do hit.
So-
So do your damage.
Alright. It's gonna be not a lot because I didn't get any stunts, which sucks. 9 plus. So it'll be 21 points of damage.
Okay. 21 points. You fire the arrow, streaks through the air, hits the archdemon. See, it embeds itself in this thick hide of this.
24 points of damage because of my
That's-
silverite.
That's easier for me because he has 12 armor. So that will be 12 damage that carries through to the archdemon. So it punctures through into the archdemon, dealing some damage to it. Doesn't seem very focused on that right now, though. Anything else? So that's your major action. Maybe
That's
your
my
minor action?
major. No. No. No,
Okay.
that's it.
All right. That will be the Archdemon's turn. Archdemon is going to... I guess it will open this up with a corruption breath. Might as well.
You don't have to do that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, you don't have to do that.
I will do that.
No, you don't need to, though.
The Archhuman rears back. It sets this this again purplish, like green tinted flame that just rolls across the battlefield in your direction. I'm gonna say with the size of this, it's going to catch. I imagine. So, who is in the front right now? I will just go ahead and ask for the volunteers of.
It was probably me because I was running up front doing cheering.
I'm assuming.
You know,
so.
I'm right there by you, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was going to say 2 out of the 4 of you will catch this. So we'll do Carter and Garas get caught in the breath. You need to make a dexterity acrobatics test.
Dope. That is a 19 for me.
19. Okay.
Only a 13 for me.
All right. The 19 succeeds. 13 fails. Let's see. So it's going to be. All right. 2d6. So that's 15 penetrating damage to Carter.
Penetrating is worse than piercing, right? It just completely ignores armor?
Yeah, it ignores
Okay.
armor, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
And
I'm sorry,
then
how much did you say it was? I'm sorry.
15.
15 hurt.
And then for Garas, it is only 6 penetrating damage.
Got it.
That is its major action. And yeah, I don't think it has anything else. I gotta get up the stuff here for the major and minor actions. Could fly. It's gonna stay here right now. It is going to guard up in this guard, so it's going to get a +2 defense right now, but it'll have a penalty to other tests it makes. That is the end of the Archdemon's turn. That will be Garahel. Garahel is just going to attack with his longbow.
It's a +1.
With a +1. That will hit for I'll be 15 points of damage. You can get any stunt points. No. So 15 points of damage, so only 3 carries through.
Is that with the song and the mark?
Oh, right. What is the additional damage?
Basically, he gets +2. So 1 from being... Oh, did he attack the Archdemon?
Yes, he did.
Okay, so he gets 1 from the Marked for Death and then 1 from the song. So an additional 2.
But that's just to attack. That's not to damage, right?
For minus
So-
attack and damage.
Okay.
Mine is just for attack.
So he gets a +1 to
1 to
1
damage.
Okay, got it. He would have hit either way. So, all right. That is Garahel's turn. Garrus, it is your turn.
Okay, quick reminder, Zeta. Just remind me, I get a plus how many to hit?
From me, you don't get any to hit.
Okay.
It's all to damage, and it's
Got it.
+8.
+8. Got it. Cool.
I know it's been a second, but this is the first combat that I had this. I am a master at my assassin thing now. So if I hit my Marked for Death person, they take an additional d6 damage.
Okay.
Oh, ding dang.
So if you want to roll another d6.
Yeet. There's a 6!
Nice.
All right. That's 6. Alrighty.
So many things to remember.
You're
Yeah,
right,
it's okay.
good then. So I'm rolling plus 13 to hit.
Yeah, go for it.
3, 4, 5, 9, 12 plus 13. That's 25 to hit. No stunts,
Hits.
though. No stunts. But because of the second weapon, I get how many? Do I get piercing? Do I get piercing weapon? I pierce for free, right?
You pierce for free, but I think you still have to generate stunt points to be able to do it. I think. I don't. It's a zero cost stunt, but I
Yeah,
think you
because it
have to trigger.
reduces the cost.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah,
still
that's right,
have to
yeah.
get stunt.
I still have a
points.
generate stun point. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Coolio. Okay, so that will be 3d6 plus how much damage again?
8 from me, and then also, do you have a Silverite rune?
Yes, I do.
So yeah.
plus 3 or plus 5, depending on which one you got.
So that would be. Well, I only have a plus 1 silver right rune on it.
Oh, okay.
So that'll be plus 9. Okay. So that'll be 19. I'm rolling. It's 19. That is a 28 to hit. 28
So what do you
damage.
attack? What are you attacking with?
I'm attacking the. Oh, that's a good question. I'm attacking the. The archdemon.
Okay, so you're running up to the
Yeah.
archdemon and attacking it. Got it. So I'm gonna put you up here in melee with the archdemon. All right. How much damage was that again?
28.
28,
Every
Minus
little
12.
bit counts.
16. All right. All right. Yeah, you slash into the leg of this archdemon. It kind of like buckles a little bit. So you see this like ooze beginning to seep out of the creature. That will be the end of Garrus's turn. Which puts it to Venehn.
I have the same aerial advantage as the griffins, so I'm gonna leave the archdemon to those who can actually end it and do some crowd control.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of like put you and your buddy Revis together.
Yeah.
All right. So you're gonna attack the. You got an ogre and 5 Hurlocks.
I'll go for the ogre,
Okay.
biggest target. So I will, I guess, do my old standby and I'll aim and fire.
All right. Aim and fire.
Oh, big numbers. We love big numbers.
Love them big numbers.
Love it.
That's 26 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
With 6 stunt points, baby.
Solid. Let's go.
How many do I do it for? I think it's for 3. Hey, God.
The blow. Oh, or do your paralyzing thing.
I got
Or you can
so
seize
much-
initiative to help. Well, no, you already.
Or seize initiative. That's true.
I'm not. So many things in here. I'm not using my paralyzing bow anymore. That's my other bow.
Got
What
it.
I will do is get anything on roll 20 to load. You love to see it.
You try and look at the stunts.
Ah, there we go. I got it. Okay. I am, because I said I was going to, and I have the points to do it. I am gonna seize the initiative
Okay.
because I can do it for less. Because I believe it's a 4, and I can do it. I could do it for 3. I think now I can do it for 2. Hang on.
All right. So you move to the top of the initiative order. So I'm just gonna put you at a 20, and then I will resort.
Yes. Okay. So I can seize the initiative for 2.
All right.
And then for the other 4, I'm going to. We'll pierce armor because I can do that for 1.
Okay.
So that puts me at 3. And with that, my shot becomes penetrating,
Yes.
and it ignores armor completely.
Yes.
And then I will... I can do so many things. The game opens up to me once I have stunts available again.
Mm-hmm. So you have 1 point left.
No. I have 6. I can seize the initiative for 2.
Okay, so it was 4, and then you did another one, so you have 3 points left.
And I have 3 left. Yeah. I'm doing my math. Don't
Okay.
don't throw me off. I'll lose track halfway through. And then I can lightning attack for 2.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll lightning attack for 2, and that puts me at 5. Since it's a separate... Oh, wait. Can this...
You
do
can't
not-
stunt on a lightning attack.
Well, no, I wasn't going to ask if I could stunt. I was going to ask if I could also make that attack pierce armor, because I have 1 point left.
I don't think so, no.
It doesn't say, but
It only apply. The stunts only apply to this attack.
the attack... Okay. That's fine. Then we'll... What do you do for 3?
If you got the 3, you could also do a mighty blow. And since
Yeah,
you've
I
already
think I'll
got the
do-
piercing.
Yeah, I'll do a mighty blow.
Okay.
And do extra damage. So
Okay.
I'll call it there. So this attack ignores armor completely, and then I get a second attack
All right, so roll your damage for this first one with the mighty blow.
on it. So that's going to be a mighty
That's penetrating.
blue. And it's with the longbow of fidelity. That's with... Okay, that's good. So that's... 18 plus 5 for the Silverite rune.
So 23.
23.
All right, penetrating, so no armor. And then go to roll your second attack against. I think it has to be against the ogre. Yeah, same. Or I
It
guess
can
it,
be
could
a
be a
different.
different one.
I'm gonna focus down the ogre.
Okay.
Because if he falls over, problem for the smaller ones. 20.
Hits.
And this one's gonna be... Ooh, that's a 6. So 15 damage on that one.
15. Okay, and that'll be subtracted armor, so it'll be 8 damage. Carries through. All right. From the back of Revis, you fire 2 arrows down into the ogre, dealing a pretty solid amount of damage. This thing is pretty fucked up. Revis can actually take a turn too, with a major and minor action.
Okay, so I have the wyvern pulled up.
But you, I think, I don't know if he has any range stuff, so.
I was looking... He's got some special qualities. Okay, that's a stunt. Is anyone 10 yards from me?
Any enemies?
Yeah.
They can be if you have Revis fly into range, yeah.
Yeah, we'll fly into range because he can spit venom.
Ooh.
So minor action to fly closer. Do you want to go toward the ogre again?
Yeah, let's just go down to that little group.
Okay.
The ogre and his buddies.
Raven's an ally, so it gets +1. Don't forget.
As major action, I think the targets have to do a check on this one. Okay, a wyvern can spit its venom and spray up to 2 targets.
Okay,
within 10
so we'll do
yards.
one of the Herlocks and the
ogre. So he's gonna get
So-
venom. So it's either it's a target number 15. It's either dexterity, acrobatics, or constitution stamina.
Okay, well, the ogre's definitely doing constitution stamina because he's a 10 in that. That is a 23 for
Okay.
the ogre. And then the Herlock will also do constitution stamina.
But it's gonna be less than a 15 for sure.
For sure.
That is a 13 plus 5, so it's 18.
Wow. Okay.
That's
Cool.
That's bad math.
Is anything on a success?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so they avoid the venom spit, but you're still in the air.
Yeah, it just gets whatever the dex penalty is from wyvern venom.
Got it.
It literally doesn't say in the description because this is in the GM section of the book where all the creatures are. So it just assumes that you're gonna have that information, I guess.
Yeah, I'll pull it up too, and I'll have that more readily available next time
he's got-
too.
Yeah, I think everything
love
else
it.
is in melee. Yeah, everything else is in melee. Just debate him.
Okay.
Well, he tried.
He tried.
He did his best.
That'll be. I want to try to get through this round, and then we'll call it there. So the Hurlocks are going to make their attacks. I think 2 of them minor action going to move up to defend the Archdemon. They don't have any range, do they? They do have a short bow, but they're fucking shit at it. So they're not going to do that. 2 of them are going to rush in towards Carter. And 1 will head towards Yasmera. Back. So Hurlocks are going to make 2 attacks against Garas.
Go for it.
Oof. That one's probably going to hit. That's a 23.
Yeah, it hits.
With 5 stunt points.
Oh no.
Dual strike isn't going to help there.
Ah, bitch.
Let's see. He's going to do a lethal blow for an extra 2d6 damage. So that'll be 3d6 plus 2d6. That's 21. So it's 25 points of damage.
-9, so that's 20. That's 16 points of damage.
16. Yeah. Second attack. Roll, please. I think this one's going to miss. That's only a 14.
That misses.
All right. Carter. That's also a 14.
That misses. With the Fade Shield and the Armor Combat Mode thing, whatever, you got to hit a 26.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Yeah, okay.
26?
Carter exists more in the Fade
Jeez.
than in the real
Yeah, he
world.
did.
At this point.
Holy
Fade shield
fuck.
is crazy.
Carter said, "You wish you could hit me."
Broken as hell. That's also going to miss then for the other attack. And last one against Yasmera. That's probably also going to miss too. That's 13.
That will miss.
Okay. All of them come up to attack. Most of them beef it. That will be the end of the Hurlock's turn. So it's Carter's turn now.
Okay.
Oh, buddy.
Gonna remember to spend my man attacks at the beginning of my round. I am going to cast Lingering Mark on that ogre. So first, let's make sure I don't blow up. What do I need to roll on this? Sorry, I should have had that pulled up.
If you blow up, I will fly to the
Oh my
Pacific
God.
Northwest
Yeah.
and I will smack you across your mouth.
Carter's the
I
only
feel
thing
that.
that can kill Carter at this point.
Yeah. Shit, I lost it. Where did Lingering Mark? There it is. Okay, so target number 19. I get plus 11 to this roll, so I gotta get an 8 or higher.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Fucking. I got a 20.
Nice.
And no stunts, unfortunately. But this son of a bitch is going to take 2d6 plus 3 penetrating damage. Actually, I guess it probably happens on its turn. I'll read the full description because it's a little confusing exactly how it works. But I mark an enemy within 40 yards so that spirits will assault them, doing ongoing damage until the end of the encounter. The subject takes 2d6 plus my willpower, which is 3 penetrating damage per turn. The subject can end the effects with a successful magic entropy or willpower morale versus my spell power, which is 23, made on its turn. The spell otherwise ends after a number of rounds equal to your magic ability. Oh, well, that's okay. Well, 8 rounds. Okay. And then if it dies, it comes back as a spirit and fights for us.
Got it. So who did you do this on again?
The ogre.
The ogre. Okay. So we'll just do the damage on your turn, and then it'll make the saves on its turn.
Okay. So it's only 10 points of damage.
And that's penetrating?
Mm-hmm.
All right. It is very badly hurt. So yeah, these spirits begin to swarm around the ogre, like ripping at its flesh. It doesn't really know what to do here. It's not really smart enough to figure it out, just swatting at them.
And then I guess I'll probably guard up as a bonus or as a minor action.
Okay.
Is it +2 or something?
It's either +1 or +2, and then you get that same amount subtracted from all other tests for the next.
Oh, well then I don't want to do that because I don't want to. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to take penalty. I think 26 is probably good enough.
I think you're fine.
Probably.
I think you're fine. I think most things are gonna miss you by default. There's no crits in this game.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So that is Carter's turn. We're gonna do the trebuchets real quick. We're gonna have everyone needs to make a dexterity acrobatics test
Okay.
as debris rains from the sky.
Let the rain
trebuchets
fall down.
land into the ground.
That's a 20 for me.
15.
Both those succeed.
Nice.
15 plus. Where's my acrobatics? 14 plus 9. 23.
Succeeds.
14.
Succeeds.
Woo!
It's not a high difficulty. You
I
take
rolled 3 2s.
all of you
Ooh.
would take 5 points of damage, not penetrating. So if you have more than 5 armor, you're good.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
So the debris just planks off of your armor. You avoid any damage from those. That will lastly be the ogre's turn. The ogre
Is unhappy. How's the ogre, Val? Is he doing okay?
not very happy. He's
mentally?
gonna throw a rock at Venehn.
Oh, okay.
It was a big rock.
Yeah.
Is
Go
probably
ahead.
gonna miss on this, but
My way's not very sportsmanlike.
that is only a 12 to hit you, Venehn.
No,
I
that doesn't
cornered
even
the
get
elf
close.
that was riding.
You dodge out of the way from the rock as it just like throws another rock at you. And you Revis just corkscrews the air, avoiding it.
My wyvern's better than your wyverns. Obviously.
Sucks to suck!
Lastly, before we end the round, at the end of the round, I'm going to roll a d6. That's 2, so only one more Herlock appears.
Would you also
He
roll
just
the...
keeps summoning Herlocks?
More just coming in to
Or
join
just
the
showing
battle.
up. Got
Yeah.
it. Okay.
So
Would you also
more-
roll the ogre's entropy or courage to break
Yeah,
the...
we can go ahead and
Is
do
it,
that.
or no, it's morale.
Yeah.
It's entropy or morale.
Better at morale than magic.
Yeah,
So
would've thought.
Big
that'll be a
surprise.
+5. That's a 20.
Nope. 23.
Well,
Get wrecked.
never mind. Okay, that is the end of the round, and we will pick back up next time.
Yeah.
So, good stuff, everyone. Sorry we went a bit late. We'll keep this short, wrapping up, since we have already gone over. Let me put on some happier music. We might be able to finish this next session. We'll see.
69. 69.
We'll see. So, if not, we'll do 69 part 1, part 2.
Excellent.
So anyway, we're gonna skip the end of session stuff for today, just to keep this brief, since most of us probably have to work in the morning.
My star goes to Sid because it's a birthday.
Oh yeah, stars to Sid all around.
Stars to
'cause
Sid.
birthday.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday.
Happy birthday. So yeah, thanks everyone out there for watching. We'll be back next Monday to continue. Join us in the meantime Saturday for Hearts of Stone. We'll be back with some more Blades in the Dark. And yeah, check out our YouTube, all that fun stuff. You can see everything that we've done, and look forward to what we're going to be doing next too. We'll not be talking about that probably in the Discord. So yeah, I want to thank my lovely players for making this game such a joy to run and being here for the finale. I want to thank everyone out there for watching. We will see you in 1 week. And until next time, good game and good night, Internet.